Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to try to make a quick video here on talking about how you can get leverage in the crypto ecosystem without having traditional leverage. So call it spot leverage. And this is going to give you multiples on whatever you think the main bag coins are going to do. So, right now today, Bitcoin's trading at $97,000. If that goes to $200,000, that's fantastic. But I think the rest of the market is going to do multiples on whatever Bitcoin does because it's simply too heavy right now. So, most people have shown a chart where it's like the liquidity flows from Bitcoin into Ethereum and then it flows into other coins. And that's traditionally how the dominance of the crypto ecosystem works. It's also saying things like Bitcoin and crypto are leverage on the stock market. So these things are all leverage because if one goes up, the others go up multiples. I'm sure you've heard that before. It's probably not new to you. And that's why people are in this, because you can turn a $5,000 portfolio into a $100,000 portfolio. And that is going to be serious life-changing money. If you have all your money in Bitcoin right now at $100,000 and it goes to 200, maybe you're someone with $5,000, $10,000 or less, that's going to double. That's fantastic, but you didn't retire. Now you just have a slightly bigger bank account and you have to pay taxes on that, and it's going to be no bueno. So unless you're someone who's dealing with multiple six figures or seven figures, getting a 2-3x isn't really what we're here for. What we want is we want to get leverage on our layer one coins. So how can we do this? Well, if you have coins that are like Ethereum or ERC20 tokens, but we're going to use Solana here as the best example because Solana it's a big ecosystem right now and it's one of the biggest players. So if you have a coin, and the layer one coin, this could be AVAX, Tron, Ethereum, BNB, etc. We're going to talk about Solana because it's already moved a whole lot, and it's a really good example of what the crypto markets are probably going to do from here on out once others break their all-time high. You want to buy Solana, but Solana is already at $200, and it likely won't go higher than maybe $600 this cycle because the people who bought it at $10 are going to be up a 60x, and they need to take profits. So for someone buying here, unless you have, $300,000, you want to turn it into $1 million, you could get that 3x. But for someone with $5,000, like I mentioned, you want to turn it into more than $10,000 to $15,000. That's great, but we want to turn it into $100,000 plus, or that $1 million that everyone wants. Well, you have to go to get leverage on the main coin. So if Solana does a 3x from here, you can probably assume coins that are on Solana are going to give you multiples on that 3x, or at least give you a 3x. So a perfect example of this is things like Bonk and Dogwood Hat. These coins, whenever Solana went up from $10 to $20, they did that, 100x, 50x, 1000x. And so Dogwood Hat's a fantastic example. It ran from absolutely nothing to an insane number. I don't even know if you can see it all on this chart because it's so small. Yeah, you really even can't. But I mean, it went from 14 cents here to $4, which is far more than the gains you got from buying Solana. And Bonk's a pretty good example too. Let me see the all. Yeah, here we go. Here's an insane example. If you look at the trading view of this, it's even crazier. Oh well, we can see it from here. Solana went up at the beginning of 2023 and through 2024, and Bonk did an even bigger run, giving you multiples on this. So what can you do? You need to find coins that are going to be leveraged on your main altcoin bag. So whether you're a huge BNB holder, XRP holder, Cardano, Tron, Avalanche, etc., all layer one coins, what you're going to want to do is find coins that are going to be leveraged on this. I'm still betting pretty big on Ethereum doing well. I think that Ethereum's easily going to go up to 72 to 7,300, and I can even show you on my trading view. Here's one of the things. These are Fibonacci trades. This is where we're getting a lot of resistance around this 95K, which is the first Fibonacci level. I think Bitcoin goes up here, and if Bitcoin goes up here, we're going to see a lot of other coins go absolutely crazy too. And here's my Ethereum chart. Ethereum's still playing around right here in this range. I think it's at least going here and potentially going up to here plus. This is going to be, once we start getting above 7,200, it'll be a take profit zone, not a buy zone. But you shouldn't be selling any ETH before 7,200. So once ETH gets to 72, 7,300, a lot of the coins that are ERC20 tokens are going to do multiples on whatever ETH does. So if ETH goes from here and goes up here, which is a 2x, I think most of the coins that are on it are going to do a 2, 5x, 10x plus, because there's going to be so much more liquidity flowing. And if we get from here to 11,000, which I think is a conservative but good price target for ETH this cycle, that's going to be a 3.2x. I think every coin on ETH is going to at least do a 3.2 to a 10x plus. So what are coins that are built on ETH and built on other ecosystems that are going to do this? Well, a good coin that I like, that it just seems to be one of the most fundamental coins in crypto, is Chainlink. It's also an ERC20 token. It's a very good utility token. And I think that if Bitcoin and ETH break their all-time highs, we're going to see this coin do wonders. 1 week, here we go. And we can even look at the fib levels just to show you for fun where we're at. 52 down to 499. This 81, 82 level, I think, will be a good place to start taking profits in Chainlink. But the thing is, if you get to that 82 level, which is that 1.6 level from here, we're looking at a 3.5x, which is bigger than the 1x or 2x that you're going to get on your ETH. So you're already looking at a multiple just going back to that. And if we go to this 213 level, which I think would easily happen, we're looking at a nice, easy 6x there on our money. So this is how you have to get leverage on your coins. So ways that you can have exposure to every layer 1 coin to get the same amount of gains plus is have coins that are in the ecosystems, whether they're Solana, DOT, AVAX. You can get coins in these ecosystems without having traditional leverage to where you don't have liquidation prices. And that is really the key. Trading on leverage in crypto is so incredibly difficult because these coins are so volatile. Bitcoin, with a 4.5% spread, liquidated billions of dollars from its market. Same thing with Ethereum. If you had 10x leverage, you got liquidated here, going down 12% in the last 7 days, unless you added more margin. Most of these coins have seen a 7 to 10% plus. So if you had a 7% leverage, 7x, you got liquidated, which a lot of people trade on 5 to 10x leverage. So unless you're only doing, 1, 2x leverage, but at that point, crypto is so volatile, you don't need the leverage. You can simply just buy spot and sell. So you just need to get leverage on these ecosystems. I don't own any Polkadot, but I have Polkadot related coins. I don't own any Solana right now, but I have Solana related coins. So ones that I like still, if I go to Solana, I think Python Network is going to do well. It hasn't hit its all-time high yet, and Solana is still it hasn't hit I like Python Network. It hasn't hit its all-time high yet, and it is absolutely wrecked. I mean, it is almost below its first initial offering price when it ran up. Now, Python is an Oracle network similar to Chainlink, and I also have a lot of Chainlink for leverage on Ethereum. So, I mean, if this goes back to its all-time high, which I think will happen, if Solana breaks its all-time high of like 250, 260, you're looking at a 3x. Versus if you just hold Solana right now and it goes from where we're at to its all-time high, you're only looking at like a 30% gain. Yeah, a 40% gain. So 40% versus 3x. That's how you got to be looking at these markets. It's something that I had to learn a lot from last cycle and the cycle before that. And it's something that has easily been able to make, a few $1,000 portfolio, a few $100,000 portfolio. And then once you're trading in the $100,000 portfolio or $1 million portfolio, you don't have to be as risky. And of course, you can play it safe and not do these things and just buy things like a very boomer profile of Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are going to give you insufficient returns for this whole retire your bloodline motto that we've had this cycle. So you have to get a little bit dirtier and more in the weeds for finding coins that are going to give you the leverage that you want. I really wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter than 15 minutes, just so we could dig into all the information. So I'm probably going to end it right there. If you have questions, I try to answer everything. Nobody watched my videos anyway. But this is how I'm going to be turning my 6-figure portfolio into 7-figure portfolios by the end of 2025. And we really only have 12 more months left in this bull market. I know it sounds crazy to say, it feels like we haven't even really started yet, but I think we're going to see absolutely crazy movement in the next 12 months. And traditionally speaking, the time to sell everything is in the fourth quarter of the year post Bitcoin halving. So that was 2013, 2017, 2021, and now 2025. Those are always the year post Bitcoin halvings and have been at the time historically to sell everything and get out. And then 12 months later is the bottom of the Bitcoin halving. Now, I don't know if this is going to keep happening, because if we're recognizing the cycle, something's going to change, but I don't think people are believing it just enough yet. So I think next year is when this is really going to be happening. So you need to be positioned now. And I think that's how you're going to get the best bang for your buck, is not by buying Bitcoin, not by buying Ethereum, not by buying Solana, but by buying leverage on these coins. Now, of course, it's leverage to the upside, but it's also leverage to the downside. And we've seen that today in this last week. This drops 5%, this drops 12%, this drops 7%, this drops 6%, this drops 14%, this drops 22%, 18%, 15%, 23%, 17%. So if I just had Ethereum, I'm down 12%, or if I just had Bitcoin, I'm down 5%, but I have Chainlink, so I'm down 18%. Hurts, especially when you're dealing with tens of thousands of dollars. Losing 17% of that stings. But I know it's not the right time to be selling. I think Uniswap's also a great one for leverage on ETH. It'll do well. All right. We're going to stop it right there and get back to more later.